Have you ever been on a set that was literally going to pieces? Just about everything that could go wrong did go wrong. You're not alone. Here to share their experiences are 4 story and heart filmmakers who can totally relate, and they have some advice that might get you out of your next jam.
Hey, Michael Chu from Onyx Cinema. In my experience, everything goes wrong on set when there's an attitude going in that everything will go fine. With that attitude, not only are you not mentally prepared to adapt, but also probably technically unprepared with your gear because you didn't bring backups or create a backup plan for problem scenarios. So when something does go wrong, dominoes start to fall and things get progressively worse and worse. We've lost locations, lost manpower, lost power, lost gear, sometimes all in one production, and whether we were able to finish the shoot or not was whether we were prepared for the worst case scenario. I usually like to say, a little paranoia goes a long way, or better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So in short, already know what to do when things go wrong, before they go wrong.
Michael, she was right. Being over-prepared for a shoot is never really a bad thing. Mike Sutton from Frozen Prosperity agrees, and he has some tips of his own to share about being prepared.
Mike Sutton from Frozen Prosperity here. My tip for what to do when everything on set goes wrong starts long before you actually arrive on set. Be prepared for everything. From bringing extra cameras, lenses, mics, cables, and mounts, to looking up the weather and locations ahead of time. I found in the decades of being a filmmaker myself, without fail something goes wrong on set in just about every single production. But at the same time, by being prepared and thinking ahead of what those possible mishaps could be, I can solve just about any issue that pops up. Be prepared for the unexpected and expect things will not go by the book. And know that because you're prepared, when everything on set goes wrong, you'll have the solution with you.
Expect the unexpected. Good words of wisdom, Mike. Now, Matt Mangum from St. West Filmworks has a story for you about a time when he had to think on his feet.
Hey guys, I'm Matt from St. West Filmworks. Here's a great story of a set disaster. I recently shot an interview where I did everything myself. I lit everything, I ran cameras myself, I ran the audio too. I was literally a one-man band for the whole shoot. Not something I would normally recommend. Juggling too many things at once can get you in trouble. I got 3/4 of the way through the interview and suddenly realized I hadn't hit record on the audio mixer. I wasn't used to doing all this on my own and just completely forgot. Now, I took my headphones off. Yes, I was monitoring the sound that I wasn't recording, and calmly told the interviewee that we're going to try something different. I said, a lot of times, if we roll through the questions one more time, you'll give me even better answers because you've had time to think through them. It's just going to be great. Without any issues whatsoever, we rolled through the interview questions one more time, and this time I actually recorded the answers. Making sure the talent on set has no idea that there is a problem will keep you from looking unprofessional and keep you in control of your shoot.
Keeping your cool when you have an uh-oh moment. That's super important. And finally, we have Ray from Locomotive here to share a few tips about what to do when gear fails, or fails to show up in time.
Hey, I'm Ray from Locomotive. I've learned that the reality in film production is, eventually, something will go wrong with your gear, or it could get lost or delayed in transit. And that could really put you in a bind. Knowing that, I've come to learn to embrace problems and the constraints they put me in, as opposed to expecting a perfectly run shoot every single time. Recently, we've run into a few situations where either a bowl was busted in one of our lights, or our ideal interview location fell through. We could have either rescheduled the shoot, spent a few hours sourcing another light or location, or just given up and settled for a mediocre look. Instead, we embraced it as a fun challenge to see how fast we could adapt to the situation and either make do with one light with modification or use natural window light to create the best looking interview to date. Not only was it a great learning experience, it also forced our team to think outside the box and encourage creative problem solving. Think of it this way, many times when something goes wrong, it just means you have less choices to make in order to finish your shoot.
Super, Ray. Thanks for the insight. Turning your problem into creative solution can result in spectacularly unique footage. Okay, filmmakers, we want to hear about some of your greatest disasters and how you handled them. Share your stories in the comments below.
Did you just learn something new to up your filmmaking game? Well, learn even more with our other tutorials. And remember to subscribe to know when new videos are released. Got questions? Ask away in the comments section. Or just say hi. Hi. How you doing? I'm good. If you're asking.